Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset, Money, Success. And I'm your host, Loraine Marshall. And today I want to cover a topic about recovery from emotional, psychological abuse and post-separation abuse. It's not just emotional and psychological abuse, because quite often there's a financial element to this. And the other side of this is where there's family involved and children, because it can end up in long drawn out divorces where it's not just a high conflict situation, it's a situation of one person who has some form of a personality disorder and is pursuing litigation because they want the power and the control, and to leave that other person completely emotionally, psychologically, and financially devastated. So before we do that, I've got a short promotion for school.
Hello, it's Loraine here. And before we get into today's podcast, let me tell you about school. It's the all-in-one platform that coaches, trainers, and creators like us use to share content, engage our audience, and build recurring revenue. Whether you're through free membership or paid subscriptions, think $10 to $50 a month, or even high-ticket upsells. School makes it stupidly simple. There's highly engaged communities, no more ghost towns. Charge monthly or keep it free, you decide. Zero hidden fees. It's just $99 a month after your first 14-day free trial, and you can cancel at any time. Unlimited members, courses and content, all with mobile app to keep your community connected. And the best part, you own the relationship. No algorithms burying your posts, just your people, your content, your revenue. Are you ready to build your empire? You can grab a free trial, and I'll drop the link in the show notes or below the video. Let's get you paid for what you already know.
Do you realise that abusers often undermine their partner's self-esteem, making them feel incapable of achieving success? They often sabotage their opportunities through criticism, humiliation, devaluation of your skills and knowledge, or denying you autonomy to make your own decisions and make your own mistakes, because you should have been asking them first. Entrapment. Abusers are very skillful at what they do. You may not even realize that what is happening is emotional, psychological abuse, and even financial abuse. For many survivors, financial dependence on their abuser is a significant barrier to leaving. One of the reasons that I forgave him when he confessed to cheating in 2017, because I was already financially trapped. Plus, looking back, I was deeply trauma bonded, thinking that it was love. Education and skill development are powerful tools for reclaiming independence, and it's important to start pursuing opportunities for personal growth. Where to start? Reading books, educate yourself, understanding you were never to blame. A loving, caring person, spouse or partner, will be supportive and want to lift you up, not tear you down. Free and paid online courses and vocational training programs offer survivors the chance to gain new skills and increase their earning potential, paving the way for a brighter future. Volunteer opportunities. Organisations where you can volunteer a few hours of your time each week. A long time ago, I did advice work, welfare rights, and money advice, specialising in debt management and recovery. I then went into charitable trust fundraising as a volunteer worker, while also doing Open University study. I became the first person in the family to obtain an honours degree. Recovering from abuse is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Survivors deserve to dream and set goals and pursue passions. Why? Because doing those things are the very seeds you need to plant in your subconscious mind in order to develop your self-esteem, your self-worth, and the person you want to become. When the idea to write my story popped into my mind on the night that he uttered the 4 sentences that terminated the relationship, that wasn't really a relationship, I spoke the words out loud immediately. I'm going to write the story. I'm going to write the book. And that's exactly what I did. I published that book in May of 2022 and then republished the same book in October of 2024 after all of the criminal allegations for slander, harassment, insults, revealing secrets, theft, misappropriation, and damages had all been dismissed by the Spanish criminal court, where his Barcelona lawyer had requested maximum penalties for each of the allegations, and those allegations added up to 17 years of prison. And my inspiration in 2020 for starting a website and blog, which was lifechangeplans.com. In October of 2020, I was in a place of not knowing who I was anymore, and I decided that I wanted to start a blog. And at that point in time, I was creating short 5-minute videos on a YouTube channel of the same name, Life Change Plans. Short affirmation videos, gratitude, positivity, lots of different types of these short videos. And the blog that I started was more about mindfulness and the positivity side, how to use affirmations, dreaming about what you want to do, planting the seeds for the future. But very quickly, I ended up speaking about my situation. I ended up speaking about the emotional, psychological abuse, the trauma I was experiencing, the research that I continued to do. It was a while before I actually started to put together the chapters for the book that I would eventually write. So when I started Life Change Plans, I was actually inspired by a woman called Tina Swithin. Now, Tina started writing her blog, One Mum's Battle, in 2011. It was about her struggle with the Californian family court system. She had to represent herself in a custody battle as a pro se from 2009, a battle that turned her life upside down for more than a decade. Tina discovered that the family courts were ill-equipped to deal with parents in contested cases that involve a parent who is manipulating and weaponizing the legal system as a form of power and control. Her experience, as many more mothers have discovered, involved the system prioritizing parental rights over the best interests and safety of the child. Tina was not alone. She openly spoke about her experiences. Her blog, One Mum's Battle, caught attention of Christy Brinkley, an American model who was also public with her own difficult custody battle with an ex-husband. Now, it took 6 years before the divorce settlement was reached. And so Christy was in a situation of a protracted divorce and custody battle with her ex-husband. The settlement was reached, and the headlines in the UK media were Christy Brinkley gets to keep her children. It was that, and those headlines were April of 2012. So the divorce that started in 2008 took all of that time to go through the legal process. So when Tina started her blog of One Mum's Battle, she didn't realize that she wasn't the only person who was going through all of this difficult struggle with the family courts, because there were thousands of women across different countries who were going through similar experiences in family courts. And so her website became an educational resource. She built on that. She's also authored 6 books. I think the first one was Divorcing a Narcissist, and she has now got a divorce coaching training program where you can actually apply to become a divorce coach through her certified training program. And I think that Tina has done a lot of work on helping other women with the challenges of the family court system. And she's obviously making inroads with the actual system as well, the family court system. There was a campaign to send letters and packets to the family court judges to educate them on the personality traits, which are the NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, the borderline personality disorders, so that they were educating the judges by sending educational material to the judges, so that when the judges could read this information, they would be more aware of what was going on behind the scenes of the custody battles. And I think now with the divorce coaching and the books that are available now, there's a lot more education around this type of litigation abuse and post-separation abuse. What I have experienced and what my book is about, when I wanted to publish my book, it was about how women who are in non-married situations, because family laws protect married women. So if you are going through a divorce and you have to go through custody battle, or you need to look at the division of the home, the division of finances and things like that, then family laws protect the couples who are married. And because unmarried couples have no protection under family laws in the UK and in quite a lot of Europe, although Spain does have a system where you can register with local authorities in order to say, yeah, we are a living together couple. A lot of people, and especially foreigners in Spain sometimes, are not aware of the situation. The other thing is that if you're in a controlling relationship where that they are a dominant, controlling person who are in charge of all the finances, then quite often, even if there is a way of protecting by registering as a living together couple, then that probably wouldn't happen anyway. So there needs to be a more reliable way that when non-married relationships end, women are not left high and dry at the end of a relationship. Because I know of a few people who this has happened to, where they have been left with no financial help whatsoever. So, in conclusion, when there is all of the litigation, intimidation, litigation abuses, a lot of women decide to go into advocacy, domestic violence advisors, and coaches, the divorce coaches, relationship coaches. So there's a lot of training out there where you can then take your lived experience and turn it into something positive. And so this is what I want to leave you with today, that yes, we've had trauma, we've been through all sorts of terrible situations, but that lived experience that you have, that I have, can be turned into something more positive with a little bit of support, a little bit of training. We can move forward. We can be certified coaches. We can then help other people, other women who are going through the similar traumas that we've experienced, and help them, pulling them up one step at a time. So that's all we have for today's podcast. If you enjoyed it, please take a moment to rate and review. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And share this episode with a friend if you think interested in listening to Mindset, Money, Success. Bye for now.